Hi guys, good morning. My name is Wesian. I'm the founder of Helios, based here in Vienna. Helios is a social enterprise, and this is mainly the topic for my speech today. Title is Doing Well by Doing Good. Maybe someone knows this sentence. It's from a very beloved man and guy named C.K. Prahalat. I will go further into this later on. And I told you it's about social enterprise. First of all, a question to all of you. Who knows about social enterprise? What is social enterprise? Please raise your hands. Kind of? Oh, not that many. That's great, yes. Because actually, no one does. No one knows about social entrepreneurship. Do you know, for example, the new hotel by Caritas, Magdas Hotel? Is it a social enterprise? In my opinion, yes, it is. Or do you know Dinner in the Dark? I love it.
I work there.
You work there? And in my opinion, it's a social enterprise.
We are a social enterprise, yeah.
It's a social enterprise, I think so, and it's a great project in my opinion. So what the hell is social enterprise, or the social entrepreneurship? Most people don't know. I have to confess, I copied a sentence from Wikipedia, and it's the best sentence I've found about social enterprise so far. So it's a one-sentence pitch about social enterprise, social entrepreneurship. I think this is the best sentence. A social enterprise is an organization that applies commercial strategies, so typical economical strategies, to maximize improvements in human and very importantly, environmental well-being, rather than maximizing profits for external shareholders. This is the main point of every social enterprise. And maybe some guys from social enterprises. It's very dark. It's Muhammad Yunus. You know him very well, I think so. He's a Nobel Peace Laureate and founder of the Grameen Bank. He's more in social business, but he's very successful as well. And this is, let's say, my godfather. It's C.K. Prahalat. He was an economist, Indian American economist, and he wrote several books, like The Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid, and he defined, let's say, the phrase base of the pyramid. And base of the pyramid is something social enterprises are aiming on. And what is the base of the pyramid? Base of the pyramid are people who earn less than $2.50 a day. That's not much. $2.50 a day to survive, it's not that much. Take a look at this pyramid. All of us in this room, all of us, even if you are a poor philosophy student, we are at the top of this pyramid. You could be, for sure. And the base of the pyramid are these people. So they earn not a lot of money, but there are a lot of them, many of them. Oh, I'm sorry. There are more than 4 billion people. So more than 2/3 of the world population is base of the pyramid. And they have daily needs like you're having as well. But the most thing is daily needs like food, energy, housing, and water, and so on, is to survive is very important. And take a look, they spend a lot of money, all of their money for food, mostly for food, housing, energy, water, this is my topic, and as well as ICT and health. So there is no new smartphone every year or something like that. It's just to survive are the basic needs, to survive for the basic needs. And because I'm in the water business, I would like to show you the water business, the threats, the market, the demand in the water business. Maybe you know this figure. 1 in 5 don't have access to safe drinking water in the world. This leads to a lot of burdens and a lot of diseases, of course. Come on. Apple and Windows sometimes. Worldwide, there are 2 billion people lacking clean, safe drinking water. 750 million people don't have any access to safe drinking water. Take a look at this woman. I've taken this picture in India, very close to a very big city, and they dig every day these big holes to catch some water. You can see it, I think so. I'm very sorry, but this is deep hole for about 2 meters, I think so, and she fetches out the water. And she belongs to the 2 billion, not to the 750 million, because she has access to water. And you can see this. There are a number of deaths as well, for example. They are dying 4,000 children a day just because of unsafe water. This is a burden for the states as well, and for the healthcare systems. Take a look for all beds in these respective countries are more than 50% occupied by people suffering from waterborne diseases. And waterborne diseases is nothing more than typhoid fever, it's polio, it's especially and mainly diarrhea. And you can imagine if more than 50% of the beds are just occupied by people suffering from diarrhea and waterborne diseases, it's a huge amount for the whole states, for the respective states. For example, India spends every year $25 billion just for treating diarrhea patients. You know, diarrhea is just going to toilet every 5 minutes, something like that. It's nothing more. It's a preventable disease. And this is money, $25 billion just for treating them. And you can count almost 2% of every state, of every country, just for treating diarrhea, 2% of the GDP. For example, Indonesia spends $7 billion, Nigeria $4 billion. Take into account how much money this is. For example, and this is the market itself. As I told you, 2 billion people, 750 million people with almost no access, and we are targeting a share of 1% of this market. This share of 1% with our product, Vadi, for example, we would like to target 1% of this market share, and this is about 50 to 70 million households. So you can imagine how big this market could be, even for a social enterprise and even for a commercial company. The unexplored water disinfection market is about $20 billion a year. And this is I love this figure. The unexplored Indian water purifier market is 90%. So they just explored 10% of the whole market in India, 1.2 billion people. And because of that, they have a growth rate of 22%. These are numbers commercial companies are dreaming of. And the question is, what is the difference between a commercial company and, let's say, a social business? And I would say it's the approach. A commercial company, they have some influencing factors, they are producing some goods or services, and the main figure, what is important for them, is the output. So how many products have you sold so far? So income. This is the main figure for commercial companies. Social enterprises are interested in the outcome as well. So how many people uses my product in fact? And especially, I'm sorry for that, you can see it, the impact. Impact is the most important number and figure for social enterprises. The impact is, for example, the reduction of waterborne diseases, just because I'm doing this kind of water disinfection, just because I'm giving the people a new solution, a new kind of water disinfection. You can do it with light as well, of course. Toilets, you can number it, you can name it. Sounds great, sounds easy, but are there any really successful social enterprises? Dinner in the Dark, I think so, is one of the best examples. It's very successful, it's very big. Right now I think about 1,000 employees, and it's really growing worldwide, yes, of course. There are some successful social enterprises, but I'm focusing on social enterprises in the respective countries. We should foster a climate to build up social enterprises in respective countries. And for example, I love this company, and you can see it. I'm very sorry about that. It's because of the sun. It's Water Life India. You can see it here right now. It's a very big competitor for our company, but we are friends, and they're doing a great business, a great stuff, and they have a total different approach to bring clean, safe drinking water to the people. They do it like building up typical disinfection plans, really disinfection plans. And the approach is they go into a village and ask the people, okay, take a look. We will build up this disinfection plant, but you have to buy the water for a certain amount. Do you like this? And 100% of the people have to say, okay, we would like to have this. We would like to have clean drinking water. And as soon as the 100%, all of the people say, okay, this is great, they start to manufacture this kind of plant, water disinfection plant. Right now, you can see it. This is a water hole, typical water hole for not disinfected water. Right now, Water Life India has a revenue of about $5 million, which is for Indian market very quite great. And they're growing, I think, about 10 to 15% a year, just by putting water disinfection plants, typical water disinfection plants, all over India. This is a great example for a social enterprise. There are other social enterprises as well, besides Dinner in the Dark. This is the Big Boss. This is in Rwanda. I've visited them, and they started up with microfinance. So she get a loan for about $2,500, and she built something very strange. And she's a very nice woman as I said, in Rwanda, and they're doing something with bananas, if you can see. And the bananas are bought from the local farmers, of course. A lot of bananas. Hygiene is very important, as you can see, and they mix the bananas up and brew it. And finally, you can see a banana beer. I tasted it. It's really great, but you get immediately diarrhea. But it's but it tastes really great. And I was really impressed about that. Just for giving her $2,500, she built up a company, giving 50 people a job, a daily job, earning $3 to $4 a day. This is really great. And she built it up by herself, all the whole company. And this is something I have seen in Rwanda. They have a climate of change, a climate of entrepreneurship, and a climate of social entrepreneurship. So a lot of people, it's very easy to get some small money, some small amount, like $2,500 dollars, to build up something. And this is really great. This is a climate of change in Rwanda I've met, and the same is in India. And this is the last question from that on. What are you willing to do to foster a climate of change, to foster or to change into social entrepreneurship? So we would like to have some inputs from your side. What do you think? What is important to foster social entrepreneurship in Austria or in India or in Rwanda? Thank you so much.